Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to this week's video message. It's Friday the 23rd of October and the last day of this half term. Can you believe it? My apologies for being absent the last couple of weeks, and a big thank you to those of you who noticed and got in touch via various means, emails particularly, checking I was okay. Yes, the rumours of my demise are a bit premature. I'm still here in good health. No excuses really. 2 weeks ago we had an inset day. You'll have noticed that because your children were at home, and we did some remote learning training via Microsoft Teams. The best way of doing that was from home, and we spent a day obviously fine-tuning our skills around Microsoft Teams and other matters in preparation for any potential further closure, which fingers crossed we won't have and it become all hypothetical. So that was the first week and that passed me by. Last week had the absolute pleasure of going on a Duke of Edinburgh walk with Year 10s to make up for what we missed at the end of Year 9 up in Rivington, and a fabulous day was had by all. The weather was superb. And the kids were brilliant, all 70 plus of them. My group of 6 young ladies were absolutely outstanding, so a thoroughly good day. And I did intend doing a bit of a vlog from the hills of up in Lancashire, but again, the day again passed me by. I didn't get around to doing so, but I do apologise, but thank you again for your concern about that. Okay, well, before we move on, we've had a few communications from me this week, I think, already. If you haven't seen those, the one about the face masks, so important to our control measures, as among everything else. So please, the message says that we can no longer continue to supply so many face masks to young people who are forgetting or losing. That's becoming a prohibitive cost to the school. That money could be far better spent elsewhere. So they will be required, and they are required, to bring their own. We'll be checking on the gate in the morning. If they haven't got one, as I say, 2 choices: go home and get it very quickly if you live nearby, or you buy one from the school, either a disposable one-off one for the day, or a washable one at a greater cost to last you for a while, or even a pack of 5 at a discounted price. And we're not making any money on these, I hasten to add. It's not a profit-making scheme. Not going into the Bank of Beeley, I can guarantee you that. Okay, the second communication was about mobile phones. Just to remind parents, there's been 1 or 2 incidents this week that the rules haven't changed. We haven't compromised on our mobile phone rules. We're just not taking them off the pupils in the morning, but we're still a phone-free site. For all those good reasons why, and many schools wish they did what we did. It makes things a whole lot easier, but mobile phones aren't to be brought in, and if a child is found in possession of one, we don't go actively looking and guarantee that, but if they're found in possession or it goes off, they will be confiscated and kept overnight for parents to collect, or over the weekend if it's Friday night. And please reassure your children, because I do all the time, that they can survive without a night or weekend of TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram. The world does not stop turning. Life doesn't end if that's the case. You don't lose a body part. It's just a bit of an inconvenience for that period of time. Do something else. Read a book, perhaps, or speak to your family, or play a game. Okay, but mobile phones. You get a third communication from me today, which is a joint letter from the head of Trafford Public Health, the head of Children's Services, and the head of the Education Service, signed by each head teacher individually. So my name's on that as well, but it's a generic letter from Trafford, just in reminding parents of their responsibilities over half term, just to keep us all safe. Now, I've sent out the letter, but in many ways I'm preaching to the converted. You know what to do, and you've been doing it. Hence the fact we've got till Friday the 23rd of October, 8 weeks in, still with only, I say only, still regrettable, 6 confirmed cases amongst young people, about 80 isolations on the back of that, 1 member of staff out of over 100 had to, with a positive test. So 7 cases out of over 1,600 people, and that's fairly good going for any community in the last 8 weeks. And that has been achieved due to the measures in place and a bit of good luck, of course, as well. But the compliance of staff and students and the support of you at home, the parents. So I cannot thank everybody enough for what you've done over the last 8 weeks to keep us all safe. It has been a huge team effort, and we've got to this point. I'm always mindful of saying these things because we get a raft of cases this afternoon, and next week over half term becomes even busier, unfortunately. But fingers crossed that that won't be the case. Okay, but thank you again for your hard work. And it's been brilliant. It's been tiring. People have commented how tired I look on these videos. Indeed I am. But it's been very uplifting, very reassuring that we've managed to do it over the last 8 weeks and keep young people in school, being educated, taking care of their academic needs and their physical and mental health needs as well. Because this is the best place for them, obviously, during term time. So thank you for that. Still a lot of work to be done, and it has been nothing short of remarkable. We have got things in our advantage, like not having lots of public transport and school buses bringing kids here. Mainly they walk, they're close by. Lots of space in school and in outside of the buildings as well. The corridors are wide, but it is about that compliance and support of all involved. And as I say, I can't thank people enough. I think we'll deserve a well-earned rest next week. But walking around the last few weeks, and the quality of teaching and learning, not quite the same, because staff can't get amongst the pupils and look into the whites of their eyes close up and have those one-to-one conversations. Despite those limitations, what's going on in the classroom is absolutely fabulous. Extracurricular, I mentioned several times before, I had 27 boys out at rugby training this week. There's rugby going on, there's football going on, there's basketball kicks in after half term, the girls netball as well. Great to see so many year 8s at drama club last night. They were rehearsing at break time outside. Just fabulous to see, and other things will start to happen after half term when they've been risk assessed by leaders of those activities, and I give my consent to whatever is proposed. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, the Black History Month has been fabulous. Over the last few weeks as well. The response to that has been overwhelming, and of course that is the start of the journey. What else have we done today? Had the pleasure of giving out some rewards badges for year 10s. We've done some year 7, 8, 9 ones as well. It's remarkable that so many pupils are doing so well under these circumstances and gaining sort of a huge amount of positive points during this first 8 weeks. That's great. Okay, so I wouldn't say life is normal, but it's been a pretty fantastic 8 weeks considering, and I'm looking forward to joining the family for a bite to eat in a public house somewhere in South Warrington this evening. Tier 1 restrictions, obviously Tier 3 rather in Manchester now, same in the Liverpool area. In Warrington where I live, it's in between Tier 2 at the moment, but no doubt will become Tier 3 in due course. But yeah, we can still enjoy ourselves, can't we? And my son was home from Leeds University last weekend. Monday night, him and my daughter, he was nearly 20, they decided to go out for a drink on Monday night and said, "Dad, come with us." So we did. And I was well and truly stitched up. Nipped out what I thought was a quick pint with my eldest 2 children on a Monday night. 80 quid later, by the time my daughter decided she wanted lasagna for a tea in the pub, and 4 double rum and coke, so my son was drinking Peroni, a cheap, obviously, beverage in a pub, and now I am stitched up thoroughly. So, we don't learn, do we, as parents, but it was quality time, my eldest 2 children, and we can still do that in lockdown, can't we? Tier 1, 2, 3, or whatever, enjoy ourselves and our family bubbles, but I had a thoroughly good time, and I remember that evening. I'm not sure it was 80 quid's worth of enjoyment, but hey-ho, I'm sure they enjoyed milking their father once again. So, whatever you do over half term, enjoy it, spend it wisely with your families, with your bubbles, have a good rest, asking the young people what they got planned for half term. Most of them seem to be sleeping, but it's great to have the rest, but also that term, a circuit break. We've got to this point with minimal cases. One could assume if we behave ourselves over half term, we come back on Monday the 2nd of November in a good state, kept our distance, and of course it's year 13 and year 11 exams, mock exams in that period as well. So all being well, those young people will be in, hopefully they'll be revising over half term, because of course that information, that data may prove crucial at the end of the year. But we've told them, let's not get overly stressed out about it. It's a marker, it's diagnostic. Where are we at now after the time we've missed in the 8 weeks of teaching we've had this term? And let's move on from that for some quality teaching for the latter part of this term and for the rest of the year. So good luck, students, with those exams after half term. Good luck your revision. Do have a rest in the meantime. We all deserve that. And before I waffle on too much, I shall say say farewell. Thank you once again. Have a great day. The rain stopped now, so we had a wet break earlier. One student asked me in year 9, one young lady, why have we got a wet break, sir? I said, full enough, it's because it's raining outside. That's why we have wet breaks. But it's brightening up now, and we'll have a proper lunch time to enjoy some fresh air. Okay, right. Enjoy yourselves over half term. Thank you once again, and I'll speak to you in a couple of weeks' time. Bye-bye.